Mysticalize, Ben, and Flash Piggy. Now, Washington University in St. Louis, they are sat on 2 and 3. They themselves have a chance to go and beat Firebirds in the table, but only one result is going to be able to get them that result, Mitch, and that's a 3-0 sweep. The casters don't want that, the audience want that, but that's the result that these folks are going to be gunning for.
We talk about Rocket League being a momentum esport, and it doesn't apply in between series, especially if you were not playing in the previous match. But we already had a sweep on stream. Maybe it could be a dream for Washington U to keep on that trend that will take on the Firebirds, 3-2 in their record. Let's check out their roster. This is the Champions Division for the Great Plains area. Division? Region. Thank you. English is hard sometimes. Firebirds Gaming Club. We got Vale, Sai, and Pincer. Let's see what they bring to the table, because it's going to be very important for them to keep up that momentum. They got a positive record. They don't want to lose it to a 500 one.
Yeah, they find sweeps hard to come by, but this team is actually, with the exception of their series against Mizzou Esports, if I remember correctly, Mizzou's sweeping everybody. Like they are clearly the class of the division, cannot be caught. They are incredible. Tell me something new. Firebirds are really, really good, though. They've beaten Oklahoma, currently 3rd place, could be 2nd place by the end of the evening. They took game
out of it. It's done. It's a new whole era and campaign when you move on to playoffs, double elimination, single elimination, what have you. Washington University Firebirds Gaming, best of 5 ahead of us. We've got plenty of Rocket League action, at least 15 minutes of it. Let's see who takes these boosters off of the board. First attempt, reset middle of the box, nowhere to be found. Ben will try to take it towards the sideline, denied. Middle of the air. 36 have come and gone, and Reliq, you and I have seen our plenty of share of Rocket League. This is a fill-up process, but it's a very fast-paced one, to say the least.
Off the backboard, Firebirds Gaming looking to break, but here's Flash Piggy moving forward. Gets rid of the ball. Pans are able to get onto this, helped out by Ben. But very much a bit of a crisscross here. Lots of disruption plays, lots of interception plays, but this is the best chance at net, and it is sunk succinctly by Vale. 1-0 Firebirds.
I love this shot. The patience behind it. They recognized that they had time and space. It was essentially a penalty kick. Actually, it was a direct kick because he was shy of the box and realized that the goalie was protecting near post. Smartly so. Thing is, though, that killer 90 angle is always going to get to your Firebirds up by the minimum. Let's see how Washington bounces back.
Yeah, they got themselves a nice early lead, and that's exactly what we were expecting, perhaps, given their previous records. Washington University, thankfully for them, have the lion's share of the game now to get back into this, and I think they're going to be slightly disappointed. They had a lot of pressure in that final third, just unable to select the correct knife to slice through the proverbial butter.
90 seconds have come and gone, and this will be the second one for the Firebirds. Dustin will come in the nick of time. A little bit of a traffic jam inside of the box. Oh, beautiful miscommunication by the defense, but great bump to make some space. The real estate will be found. 2-0. Oof, Washington University struggling.
That's a really nice, aggressive play, though. Great to see the timing of the demo on the song. Definitely suggests good comms for me, Mitch. Firebirds, what did I say? In game number 1, you got to turn up and you got to play like you mean it. And already we're seeing exactly why this squad has done so well. But what a great response from Washington University. Just over 3 minutes 20 left on the clock. It's a beautiful infield pass from Ben. Vale completely misreads it. Panzer reads it like a book. 1-goal game.
Yeah, you can call this one on the shooter, but man, the assist, that was beautiful to get it off of the wall that close to the net. The cross towards the box is always going to be difficult to protect against. Oh man, Flash Piggy have to become a hero for the time being. The ball was bouncing dangerously inside of the box. Finally, they get it away and out of harm's way. 3 minutes on the clock, ticking down. Catch, trying to take it towards the other side. Piggy chased away, and not only is a fast-paced game in front of us, but also a very aggressive one. Bumps and demos left and right. It's like a battlefield on the pitch. Side trying to create some magic from the corner, cannot find the double. Finally, we'll get a touch, but Firebirds will cease to have the possession. Washington University going for a 50, dead in the middle of the pitch. and so we'll have to rotate wide. Beautiful infield pass. Flash Piggy was there to protect. Again, another follow by the defense to clean up. Halfway mark already passed. Washington U still trailing by 1.
But it is only 1. Very important to note this. Washington University, it was sink or swim time. And they swum with aplomb. But they still got to find another 1. You know me. I do love my rhymes. Not sure I can think of anything on the spot that rhymes with Firebirds, but I tell you what I can see is a ball loitering in front of an empty net. Flash Piggy tried to get it over Datsun. That's a really nice read. What about Panzer? Picks up the flip reset, but the ball escapes him. Ben has to go up to shepherd this to the side. Double commit, though. That's a great opportunity for the Firebirds. Stomped on by Flash Piggy. Ingenious in the defense.
I'm not entirely sure how Piggy found themselves in that situation. Exactly where they needed to be. Land on the ball. Create a 50 because that double commit was going to kill their comeback attempt. As we approach in 90 seconds on trailing by 1. This is not the worst thing that can happen, but that double fake will be side 3-0. Not even in the last 90 seconds.
Sai had his opponents looking to the sky, wondering where it all went wrong. It's the initial fake that doesn't just catch out that front defender, but catches out the man on the line. And when the man on the line is stuck like a deer looking into headlights of an onrushing car, there's not much more they can do. The attacker has them at their mercy, and Sai does not lie, but neither does Flash Piggy here. Only truths spoken on this field, and the truth is that Panzer wins an excellent challenge. Flash Piggy on it like a whippet. Sai completely misreads the ball there. Valiant attempt to try and block it away, of course, but Washington University not going down without a fight.
And that one should have given them the benefit of the doubt. They thought that they were not going to get to the ball faster than him, and instead they will sink the second goal of the match, inching closer to a tie ball game, looking for a double attempt off near post. Finally, they'll crawl out of their own box. Ben goes back for boost, but will actually give the possession right onto the defense. Finally, they can get some touches on the corner, but they're not escaping their own half. Firebirds doing what they do best. Offense is your best defense. Milk the clock. Make sure you keep the ball away from them, because who needs the ball? They need the ball. Shot off target near post and out, and the defense attempt almost makes it into an own goal. 45 seconds to go.
That's so unfortunate. We have to praise the defense of the Firebirds, but maybe a little more mustard on that shot, and it's 3-3. No need to worry, but there is need to worry now. Ben round the goal. Beautiful readjustment. Look at his starting position here, Mitch. It's not great. Complete flummox in the midfield for the Firebirds, but Ben, great connection on that ball over the top of Sai once again. In net, nothing he can do about it. 3-3 on 33.
Oh, banger. Magic number so far. Let's see if we're going to free Rocket League, or some of these Rocketeers have a say. In the last couple of ticks, you don't want to see triple zeros on there. And be on the defensive stand side, loses the possession. Flash Piggy, just a nuisance behind the action. We use all their boosts to kill this one. Unfortunately, again, loses the marble. 10 ticks to go. Firebirds need to cover the entire pitch. They will just bang it. Up high, Flash Piggy trying to get yet another 50. Oh, 3v1, but thankfully, is Datsun who will try to just avoid this one from going the opposite way. Triple zeros, but with a plus, we're going to overtime, Reliq.
Of course it was going to be an overtime. Of course it was going to be a 3-3 overtime. So much on the line. 3 really is the magic number. But it's going to be a 4th goal that breaks the deadlock between these two. And tell you what, Washington University looking by far the better team. Panzer back pass. Round. Oh my goodness, and almost in. Ben whacks that inside post, not for the first time today, down the other end. Firebirds not given much joy either.
Oh, they wish they had that shot back, because it'll retaliate immediately if you forget to score that goal. Immediately reminded why you should have. The push is really aggressive, but Firebirds cannot escape with an OT victory. Looking for a bump, cannot even find the demo. The speed was there. Supersonic attempts to go at the defense, create some real estate. Oh, Vale almost takes this one away from their team, and double attempt corner. Finally, it's Ben who will backflip for the save. First minute of overtime has been full of action. Somehow, some way, both teams survive.
Firebirds thinking very smartly in their attacking interplay. That's a pretty nice pop-up, actually. What a read by Sai. Backing on target. Nobody's home. Flash Piggy has become the wolf to blow this house down.
Oh man, and Ben, the MVP of that play, getting that demo, disrupting the rotation, emptying the net, Firebirds. Oh,
It is out the window. You got to protect your top 4 now. Even one game win will do that for them.
let's see what they bring to the table. We're talking about it with Orbital last series. It's not about the teams that go undefeated, it's about the teams that bounce back. Firebirds have the golden opportunity in front of them. See what they can do after trailing early in the series. Sai in the corner immediately challenging this dribble. But Flash Piggy somehow, some way walks away with a possession. Fail will cut that effort. He advance deep into blue territory. Sai from the heavens will try to drop it down. It seems like we do not stop in between games. It seems like we do not have another kickoff from game 1 to overtime, and now from game 1 to game 2. The pace is just going faster and faster by the pixel, by the frame per second, Reliq.
2 teams at the top of their game. You love to see it. I don't think that the high goal count is indicative of poor defense either. It's just 2 teams playing very well, and 2 teams who have now had a full semester to synergize, and Vale gets Firebirds that second go-ahead goal.
A laser beam. Look at this one, because there was a goalie. This is the prime example, or the immediate comparison from football to Rocket League, where the goalie just holds their hands because the shot is just that good and that much power is behind it. 1-0 Firebirds. This is the start that you wanted, but can you hold on to the lead this time?
Not quite the Phoenix story just yet. They're not exactly that down and out Firebirds, but going to be a really nice shot in the arm to say, hey, we got one back. Washington University have started this game well, so at least we are still finding the back of the net on our own terms. Really nice defensive play here by Vale. That's the throw downfield.
Nice.
Big time though. Flash Piggy with the pop-up.
Nice.
Oh, that's a run ahead by Ben going for the bub. Look at the double tap. It's Flash Piggy. Oh, a bit too sharp an angle. Mitch, too sharp.
I'm throwing a box again in front of me, even though I'm not on camera, and I'm pushing right through. Huge punch from your boy Mitch. I'm breaking the 4th wall. I love my job. Rocket League so much fun. That drill was amazing. And it was so much tension. It was cinema. As the kids say nowadays, 1-0 Firebirds. And they're getting barraged with offensive opportunities by WashU. 3 minutes on the clock and ticking. 50 attempt in the corner of the box. Fail. Gets this one until the opposite side of the pitch is all blue. Sai gotta redirect this one back towards their teammates. They get beat to the ball. Now deep into orange. Again, Vale behind the action. From the ceiling will get 15. Sai will get beat to the ball. This is a huge opportunity for the equalizer. Nice attempt for the dog down. Instead, it's the defense who are still panicky. Cannot get behind the ball. Finally, let's slow it down a little bit. Let's slow down the rhythm, because I don't think I've seen a single car go below supersonic this entire series, and it's for a good reason. You get small windows of opportunity, you gotta think past them. WashU ties it up.
Firebirds had put the safety hats on, but the construction zone simply wasn't finished in time. Sai back to the ball. Horrid place to be in when you got to try and essentially just spike it 90 degrees upwards. Never going to happen, especially when the car's momentum wasn't stopping. And Washington University, much like game number 1, growing into things, looking the better team as time goes on. That's another excellent demo play, but this time Washington University alive to it.
And you gotta get shades of that first score here in game number 2. It was exact same positioning and everything. Shot, powerful shot to the middle of the net. Instead of trying to be playful and put it towards the corner, just put it away. Put it in the middle of the pitch if need be, but at least not the bottom of the net. About to enter the 90-second zone. Tied up ball game. Flash Piggy. Bad touch in the corner, and this will leave the net up empty for Vale. They'll take advantage of the situation. They'll find a mistake and punish it. 2-0 Firebirds.
Yeah, the only Vale on the pitch at the moment, apart from this man who puts it away, was the cotton wool that was pulled over the eyes of the Washington University defense. Just a moment of panic there as an awkward ball out the corner simply isn't dealt with, and Firebirds Gaming able to pounce on that opportunity with 90 seconds and change left. It's a good time to score, decent time to score, but not the best time to score. It's still a very fragile lead. Maybe Sai will go for the bump. Ben having absolutely none of it. Still dangerous. Excellent fall from Datsun, but Flash Piggy throws it away.
feel like I'm barely starting to watch Rocket League at a high level because I don't know what's happening on the pitch. Everything's going too fast. In the 90 seconds, I'm trailing by one. Washington University somehow, someway, they escaped only trailing by one. And they're too jumpy on defense, but at least Firebirds are not as accurate or deadly when it comes to finishing the job in the corner. Bounce. Size patient, they will actually let Bale go. Go ahead for a 50 in the corner. Flash B will back down, try to catch it. A little bit too hesitant for their purpose. Again, Daston will try to get something going on the sideline. Finally get some cleanup, but cannot escape. They don't have Washington University. Will get the angle, but not on target. The breakaway is very dangerous here. You're trying to stick everything to the wall. See what works. The thing is, though, you're still only trailing by one. You don't want to create too much separation. Corner bounce shot on target. Gets past two side. Will back onto that one. Beep, beep, beep. Excuse me. Still leading by one.
Halloween's done. But that was the biggest scare that we've had all night. Loitering in front of the net, but no one there to put it home. Firebirds Gaming surviving for now. Double commit. A bit of a conflagration there in the middle. I don't even know if that's a word, but it's something I'm sure that the Firebirds Gaming squad would have been saying. That's the clear they were looking for. That's the third goal they desired. And their desires have come true. The sweep has been denied, Mitch. Nobody goes home happy at the end of this series.
To the fans. Come on, the audience, the booth. We get extra
all of us
Rocket
go home
League. The Firebirds are essentially turning this one into a best of three. To Washington's sake, that goal, which was inevitable. It was only a matter of...
And they kind of struggled. They huffed and they puffed, and they didn't get that goal. Firebirds Gaming got the counter opportunity to score what was ultimately the game-winning goal. And then Washington University forced into those frustrating overplays time and again. For me, what will reignite my interest in their drive towards a series win is by getting the go-ahead goal here in game number 3. But Firebirds Gaming have got a very strong pedigree at starting these games successfully, and they were almost close to a first within the first 30.
Well, first 30 seconds, and again, nobody is slowing down, and maybe, just maybe, WashU can get back on track with a little bit of help from Lady Luck. Beautiful 50, and actually Lady Luck had nothing to do but just best wishes.
It really
that
didn't.
was so smart to just slow down the 50 attempt. They think that you're gonna take it either high or flip onto the ball. Just break, a little break check never hurt nobody. 1-0 WashU.
Lady Luck also isn't responsible for team bumps, Mitch. And that's how the Firebirds Gaming defense disappeared. Panzer did not know anything about that. I am removing the ability.
I'm not entirely sure what happened. I think they hit the crossbar, it bounced onto them, hit the post, them again, and then out. But back onto the game we go. WashU winning by 1. Firebirds. This is not a good look so far because they're not able to get past the first man on defense. Finally, some clearance. Spinning up. Let's see if Ben can get it past any defender that actually make 2 jump inside of the sticks. But not for long. Flash B has to come in and keep it in enemy territory. Clearance finally by Firebirds. They try to equalize it here, but to no avail.
Loving these big Route 1 clearances from Washington University. Doesn't have to be pretty, but that most certainly is. Sign me up, throw me the Valentine's card, Sai, because this has got me swooned. It's a bit of a doomsy dish.
I love me some dishes. Not do them, just eat them. Especially either named Doomsy. 1-1. 1 apiece as we enter the second half. We could have played only a 2:30 game of Rocket League as we're back to a tied ball game. That Sun will get it past 2, almost bounces it off the ground and on target. Goes wide to WashU's luck. 50, Hundo, 150 shot on target, 2 there. Excuse me, 2-1. What is going on with his offenses? WashU will take him down.
What are these muscles? Sai rides 2 challenges, but it sets up Ben perfectly. Like, as soon as that first challenge comes in, there's got to be a call. Someone get back.
Yeah.
Get back. Nobody heeded the call. Where was Gondor when the Westfold fell? The answer is not there. Not anywhere. Washington University 2-1.
Yeah, Firebirds seem a little bit sloppy these last 2 scores against them. That's easy. Shattering the play, finally intervenes to get an unfavorable 50, but thankfully for them, Ben was on the rotation trying to get this one out of harm's way. Sai gets denied. in front of the crossbar. Finally, Washington trying to escape through the sideline. Ben has the space. Reliq, they boost and a dream. Flip reset, tries to find the angle, cannot convert that into a bump. Insert in the corner. Craig 50. Maybe a follow-up there for the drop down. We'll rotate all the way around to the orange half and finally deep into the blue ocean. Flash Piggy pinch. Double commit. Nobody touches the ball. Side is a good look towards the net. But the backboard will be covered. They'll escape through their own. And 90 seconds on again. Only a one possession game. Firebirds would love to have another say and get another tally in the series. 50 mid-air, going for the double, uncontested! The crossbar will assist in the block, Fail ties it up.
The first challenge isn't what loses them this goal here. Flash Piggy does his job. To be fair, as does Panzer. It's got to be saved by Ben. It has got to be intercepted by Ben. And that lack of an interception is exactly what the Firebirds were looking for. 2-2, 60 seconds left on the clock. And we were asking the question at the beginning of this series, at the beginning of this game, Mitch, how do Washington University defend when they're ahead? The answer is not very successfully, or not as successfully as they would like.
I presume your words were going to be, they don't. Just started giggling.
They try.
Yeah. They're there. They're in the server. 2-2. Already takes remaining Firebirds under fire. They cannot escape their own half. Finally, side gets a 50 that goes directly onto their teammate. Flash Pig is already up there. Gonna get this one back onto orange. Flip reset is missed. This could have been a huge opportunity for Pincer, where we see that and clear it side. Stays behind it. Another 50. Beautiful 50 actually, but does not come. Dotton will actually just dive right in and give up their positioning on the field. Ben high up third rope, cannot drop down towards the net. And last 10 seconds. Sends it towards the corner. Bounce cannot be read by the offense. 3, 2, 1. Last advance. This needs to go 50 yards. Shot on target. Double commit. And if there's no more pushes to be had, this will be a clearance that will touch the ground. Pincer with overtime Reliq. We don't talk about that. Overtime it is.
Life flashing before your very eyes. Oh my god, Panzer. Good lord. How close do you want it? And now they're panicking. That moment of, oh goodness me, is not a great nerve settler going into an overtime, especially when Datson's on the charge. It was Ben, not Panzer, I should say, who missed the ball. Sai misses the ball. Datson doesn't, but Panzer gets a piece of it off to the side by Flash Piggy. Ben's got to get a handle on the situation, doesn't commit, and it's a good thing that he didn't, goes far side.
Sometimes those 3 seconds in between kickoffs are too much. It kills momentum, it kills the rhythm. This time it was too little. You needed an hour break after that whip, because that was a little bit too close, but thankfully for WashU, the game still is ongoing. Ben demos a little bit of defense. It spawns right under the ball to Washington University's misery. They'll try to push in that same corner. Ben high up will try to drop it down though. It is contested immediately. Backtracking onto that ball side. They'll get it out of harm's way. They'll get a shot on target. They'll turn the negative into a positive. And here comes the follow-up. Dangerous and away from the net. It still makes 2 goalies jump. They know how dangerous a bounce can be, especially in the first 90 seconds of both teams. They don't want to lose the opportunity to move on to match point. Again, Jackson gonna get something going. Infield pass. Wow, last second. Ben will put this one away.
Strap on the cape. Superhero moment. Big save. Big moment. 90 seconds of overtime in. What a redirect. What a save from Vale. Acrobatics at the back off the line. But that's fallen so kindly for Ben. Goes cross post.
Dang.
And this size straight at him.
Dang, it's that open net mystery. It was not open, but you try to just kill it in the middle, but there was a man there, and there's another one following it up. Somehow, some way, Washington, you had the 2 clearest opportunities to take this overtime, and instead, Firebirds survive. They're still pushing. Pincers are waiting for a cross. They cannot get it. They would just flick it past and away from them. Flash Piggy behind the action, side in the corner. Tries to create a breakaway opportunity. They just want a little bit of space. Regroup, gather some thoughts, and maybe get something going. Tough touch. Finally, they can escape. That's a bad clearance, and finally, Ben will catch the angle. It's that push. It's that domino effect that makes them catch the defense off guard. Washington moves on to match point.
Datsun just gets tripped. And Ben, all he has to do is lift that over the final defender. And
Fortunately for you, you were responsible for the overtime goal to move your unit on to match point. 5 more minutes at least of guaranteed Rocket League. Let's see if they give us a little bit of free gameplay. First 10 seconds. Again, they just pick up wherever they left in the corner, already in the offensive charge and lead.
it's going to be the breakaway. Not for too much longer, though. Flash Piggy. He was the man to open up the scoring in game number 3. And he's demoed for even thinking to do that. Ben also demoed in clearing the ball, but forces Datsun all the way back to home. Picked up that 100 boost, but doesn't get a great launch off the backboard. Maybe looking to hand this off. Runs out of boost completely. Went all of nowhere. Does at least get to the halfway line, though, which sets up a good counter-attack here from Vale. Defense from Flash Piggy. Sai infield, but there's no one there to put it home.
First minute of regulation. And I don't want to put my money on this one, but I think this is the longest we've gone without a score. Great save by Pincer, who had no choice but just bang it toward the side. Hopefully it's not an own goal. Host will assist in the clearance. Vale just pinch it away. Flash Piggy cuts that effort in advance. Sai will try to pick up exactly where they left and actually will follow it up. Cannot get that one on target, but Firebirds behind the action. Another follow-up. Great choice to not go for that ball. They would have sacrificed the entire back line. And now Ben will try to create some offense. Man, that's another giveaway for their possession. 90 seconds have come and gone. Vale will try to take it the entire way themselves and make one-man jump. Datsun will try to make a second one. They'll try to look for the double or dunk. Cannot find it. Third time's the charm. Sai from the heavens cannot finish the job. They'll get bumped out of the possession, and finally it's Washington's ball to play.
A lot of wing play, Mitch. A lot of wing play. Finding absolutely nobody. These infield passes are going into no man's land. And eventually, Datsun just looked at the situation and thought, well, maybe I should just start in the middle and go straight down their throat. Lovely play. Sai was going for the cover. Panzer had to jump. And to be fair, if he didn't jump, then there wouldn't even have been a hope of a save. Firebirds with the go-ahead.
I think it was Ben who overcommitted on that push. They were not expecting the ball to be given right back to the defense. Even if it wasn't, I don't think that was their ball to play. And that just left a 2-on-1 that did not even need it to be passed. That just was a direct flick on target. And now this one, again, misrotation by Washington. They want to go to Firebirds 2-0.
So Panzer loses the race here. That's all right. Where was everyone else? I guess if you're going to apply blame to anyone, it would be Flash Piggy, who I guess was assuming that Panzer was going to win the challenge, or at least force a neutral. Very bizarre, but it's the same story for Washington University. They're caught out, like you say, Mitch, on the rotation. They're now 2 down. And that's not a scoreline in terms of goal differential that we've seen much this series. So with halftime, it's all for Washington University to do.
Yeah, especially this early in the meeting, first half, all for Firebirds. Here it comes, maybe the goal that will cut that lead in half. Cannot even get it on target or powerful enough to create danger. Flash Piggy looking for a bump, cannot get even a touch on the defense. Ben will try to just be annoying in the corner. 0 boost to work with. They'll best one of the defenders. Now Pincer finally catches it and tries to kill it again. They're very low, coming off of a non-attack somehow, some way. They cannot create a breakaway opportunity. They actually, Ben needs to make some space so they can recover and steal Pincer. 0 boost is gonna get ugly. Firebirds notice. This is gonna be a long clear for Sai. Oh, tank, of course it is. About to enter the 90 seconds and trailing by 2, but it seems like Washington U are getting the match point jitters.
Flash Piggy. Too strong with Sai. Panzer's got to come around. They lose out that 100 boost. You can see it taken below them by Sai. Ben, through the storm, finds a bolt, but it's well conducted by Firebirds Gaming, throwing the wand around. The orchestra is singing their symphonies. Another clear. But that's all we can talk about when it comes to Washington University. They're not conceding anymore, Mitch. They're clearing, but they're not doing much else.
Yeah, the threats are not there. This is quantity, not quality. In the last 50 ticks, especially against this Firebirds defense, it's a brick wall. You cannot try and take him out brick by brick. There's not enough time in the world, especially not on the clock. Flash Piggy will just bang it up. Ben is too far up ahead. The pass is not powerful enough. It just milks 15 seconds off of the clock. Shaving tick by tick. This is gonna be Firebird game for the taking. Double attempt, uncontested, wide. Maybe because why not? It's still gonna be wide. 30 seconds. I've seen crazier things happen, Reliq, but Washington University is just not playing at the Firebirds level right now. You're gonna have to depend on mistakes, but with this little time, I don't think Firebirds gonna allow it. From the heavens, Ben cannot get a touch. Washington loses the ball yet again, probably their last possession of this game.
Good recycle from Panzer, but Ben doesn't know about it. Through the middle is Vale. Vale to put it away! And that is surely Game 5 locked in. It all seems so simple. Washington University, well, couldn't agree with you more, Mitch. Match point jitters, everything seems... Well, I mean, at the moment, everything that they're doing seems all but simple.
Yeah, with what we've seen so far, this is the most uncharacteristic we've seen either roster be on the pitch. They're just not consistent. I don't want to say that they're not confident. I don't want to try getting their heads or anything.
Patience breaking down for Washington, but their passes are so easily telegraphed, also visibly telegraphed. The Firebirds Gaming are finding these interceptions and disruption plays easy pickings. And with a 3-0 scoreline going into game number 5, they got to be pretty hopeful that they're going to complete the job now.
We talked about this one going supersonic the entire series. It seemed like at some point or another, Washington was going to start to lose a little bit of that pace. It's a marathon, not a race. Let's see how stamina plays into this one. Game number 5. 30 seconds already in. Plenty of physical action on the pitch. It's Pincer who tries to take the first shot at net. Fail. No man's land. Will pinch it towards the ground and actually make it go the 100 yards. Washington, not only, of course, do they want to win, they need to score first because they're not comfortable trailing. Firebirds are gonna make this one a nightmare crossbar now, but this could be a follow-up. Nope. Instead, he just failed, puts it towards the corner and out.
Oh, gotta feel bad. Gotta feel bad on both counts. Panzer absolutely right to go for the power more than the accuracy. It's just such a shame that the ball doesn't ricochet in off the crossbar rather than out away from the crossbar. And then on that next point, Ben doesn't want to inadvertently save the shot, but he also doesn't end up getting the demo, which would have converted the shot. So that's much better from Washington University. Those are two really good looks at net. Stay responsible in your own half. Keep that goal mouth empty of shots and find those counter opportunities. And that goal will come sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I definitely feel the chemistry has been brought back. I don't know if there was a speech on there or they all just noticed that last game just was not it. Chief, Washington behind the action yet again. Firebirds, though, will get it from the corner side, will push all the way onto deep enemy territory. Maybe we can get something going from this possession. Drop down, makes man jump. Looking for a 50. Actually, they're just making Veil dance, like shooting bullets towards their feet, putting their knees high up in the air, but nothing really happening. Nothing really too threatening at the very least. About to go into the second half, and I'm confident in saying this is the longest we've gone without a score.
Sai's getting a little bit... what's the word? Sai's getting a little bit ranked. It's the sort of player who thinks that they can try anything because they can believe in themselves that much. And there is a fine line between doing that and looking like a legend, and doing that and looking like a jester in the middle of a court, made to look the fool. Oh, Ben. Big save. Good thing he was on the line. Navigates their way past Datsun. Panzer past Sai. Another demo from Sai. Bale goes crossfield. Interception from Flash Piggy. Sai demoed. That opens up the shooting lane. But Sai... Sorry, not Sai. My apologies. Datsun closes it down. Panzer going to the backboard now. Much better from Washington University. But ring and ring around the rosies they go. They cannot commit to that shooting chance.
The level of cohesion out of Firebirds right now is just beautiful to see. This is a tape that you study over and over again if you're going against them. And these are the replays that you try to go back to if you're not playing your best. Firebirds, they create something out of literally nothing. And that something is very dangerous for Washington. They escape yet another situation inside of the box. 3 on everybody.
Oh,
Let's see if they can make a play happen. They just go for a 50 through the corner. They find the angle. Great clear. Create some separation. And actually, it turns into a breakaway. Bumped away. Sai will be into the corner. They can steal a boost. Let's see if that can create an opportunity for some offense to keep on pushing. But they will actually just lose all possible scenarios as the ball is deep into Washington's wheels. Let's see if they can get a 50. Pincer gets beat yet again. Last 6 ticks to go from the corner. Cannot get a touch, but maybe the follow-up will do inside of the box. Yet again denied. Going back into simple attacks. Let's see if that pays off, or if they're playing into the overtime mentality. But Firebirds slowed down. Washington have not picked it up. Great start. Man, middle.
Firebirds Gaming desperate not to overcommit just because of this! Oh! Woodchuck!
Yeah.
Oh! Under it! It's Flash Piggy with the breakthrough!
Not entirely sure what happened here with the defense, but it could cost them the series. A miscalculation up of the balance when you try to beat it with ball cam on and it goes right over you. Disorienting the defense. It's difficult to get to the 50. And not only that, a double commit and you still don't get a favorable touch. That's going to be difficult to deal with this little time. Firebirds trailing by 1. That one will be enough with 20 ticks to go. 50. Middle of the pitch going dangerously towards the net. Oh, thought nobody was there. Squishy safe. Almost looking for an air, but cannot find it. Flash Piggy, the hero in the closing moments. 10, 9, 8, 7. Drop down, milking the clock. Pincer will go up. Cannot get the bump. It's a 2-on-1, but Flash Piggy will neutralize it immediately. It's going to be a triple.
Oh.
Flick, backboard, no touch for the shot. Clear that one away. Washington will take the best of 5.
Double commit, Firebirds Gaming. All they had to do was have one person challenge, one person on the follow-up. That's an easy put away. That's overtime, baby. And those are the mistakes that see Firebirds Gaming.